What is a big club? I think it's important that we make that definition because I'm just having a back and forth with guys on Twitter right now, and I think there seems to be some confusion because I think that what I think a big club is and what some people out there think a big club is, I think we are worlds apart. We are completely worlds apart because I don't understand how anybody in August 2021 still views Arsenal Football Club as a big club. I don't get it. I don't understand it. We are looking at one of the greatest falls of a club that I think we've ever seen. This is one of the, because as well as we go for, but this has to rank as one of the biggest falls I think we've ever seen. It has to, because you have to look at what the club was and what it is now. You have to look at the heights they were at one point and where they are right now. But I wanted to start there. What is a big club? Because I think it seems as if for some people, a big club equates to you have loads of fans and you have history. Because a guy on Twitter said that, oh, no, Arsenal are still a big club because they have a rich history. A rich history. So in this history, is there a UCL in this history? I would like to know. In this history that they have, is there a UCL? Are there any Champions Leagues in this history? That's what I want to know. So how can you, after you were the Invincibles, league titles and so forth, how can you, where it has been over a decade since you've won a major title? The FA Cup is not a major title. Okay, the FA Cup is not a major title. The Charity Shield is not a greater title. It isn't that. So for over a decade, you've not sniffed a major trophy. But yet, somehow, you can actually make an argument of charging people £800 for a season ticket. Guys, I believe this might be true. I believe Arsenal have the highest season tickets price in Europe. Arsenal's season tickets price is more than Bayern. I think it's more than PSG. It's more than Juventus. It's more than Man City, more than Liverpool, more than Chelsea. Arsenal Football Club, a team who are now a mid-table club. Shout out to Lifestyle says, I asked and you delivered. God's work. You see, this was going to be a Q&A, but I think we have to just get some things down first before we go into Q&A, because I want to just make some things clear. Because we have to have a full, because we're going to talk more about this on Saturday, but I think I have to give you a full deconstruction of what Arsenal Football Club is and what they are right now. Because see, sometimes the truth hurts. The truth is painful. Hence why people love living in a lie. But the quicker you accept the truth, the easier it will be to deal with the pain. The longer you live in disillusionment, the longer you live in delusion, the harder it's going to be. RD7 once said, can someone explain how guns get lubricated by bees? Rivalries aside, Arsenal fans should generally consider supporting another team. You see, I feel sorry for guys like Ty. You see, it's times this where I feel sorry for guys like Ty, and it's times this where I am so thankful that Abramovich is my owner. So any Chelsea fan who, because remember there were Chelsea fans who were angry at Abramovich during the whole Lampard dictatorship. Chelsea fans, you should thank heavens that you've got your boy Roman, because you see, the thing with Arsenal is Kroenke doesn't give a damn. He's here to make money. He's here to make money. So he doesn't care whether this team have a wing. He doesn't care whether this team have a permanent Class A status, because Arsenal are rapidly heading towards Class A status. Because see, this right here represents a new low. They've had several lows. You couldn't qualify for the Europa Conference League. You haven't won a major trophy in over a decade. You sold Emiliano Martinez, who went ahead to win a Copa America and is now considered one of the best keepers in the world, and you're trying to get a dude called Ramsdale, and he spends 50 mil on a dude called Benjamin Jeremiah White. Like, the amount of L's Arsenal are taking is quite scary. But this is a new low. This is a new low. Because what this represents is, guys, let's not talk about Arsenal as a big club any longer. As in, most of us don't consider them and don't take them seriously as a big club. But my thing here is not a single living soul. I want to know anybody who still sees Arsenal as a big club. I want you to say why, so I can debunk your myth. As the guy had an argument on Twitter, don't talk to me about history. Because if you talk about history, then Nottingham Forest is a big club. If you talk about history, then Aston Villa is a big club. If you talk about history, Nottingham Forest are one of the biggest clubs in the world. If you talk about their history. But who in their right mind calls Nottingham Forest a big club? No, you are a big club if you either have recently won major trophies or you actively are competing for major trophies. Atletico Madrid are a bigger club than Arsenal. That's a fact. Shout out to your boy Gatloman. 8th place, 2 seasons in a row. Told you all they were a mid-table, but you all said I should show respect. Arsenal history is invincible, but that's it. Yeah, like for me, I think when you put everything together, Arsenal's history are the Invincibles. That's, for me, that is their height. As I told you, I still speak fluent CL. Because this is how I roll. You actually cannot call yourself a big club without winning, if you've not won a European trophy. Nottingham Forest are bigger than Arsenal. Nottingham Forest are bigger than Arsenal because Nottingham Forest have won a European trophy. So for Arsenal, if you've not even won a European trophy, how are you even flexing yourself that you're a big club? So I think what a lot of people at AFTV have to now accept is nobody takes you seriously anymore. Is anybody surprised that Arsenal lost to Brentford? Is it shocking news? We can laugh. It's hilarious. But you know what? It's not even funny anymore. It's actually quite sad. It's actually quite sad and pathetic. Your boy Wilinka says, I'm wearing a suit for this funeral. Talk slick, get ish. Oh man, look, it's bad, man. It's bad. Miguel Rabine says, Arsenal will be relegated. No. They won't. Because my thing is that if they get close to relegation, I think Arteta should be sacked. I said Arteta should be sacked before. But my thing though is, what a fall. What a fall. Because my thing is, I don't know how Arsenal gets back. Because see, there's a massive difference between Arsenal and AC Milan. The difference between Arsenal and AC Milan is AC Milan have a proper history. Arsenal don't have the history that Milan had. So even when Milan were struggling and they were suffering, that badge still said Van Basten, Baresi, Maldini, Shevchenko, Kaka. Arsenal's badge doesn't come with the UCL. So Milan, people will be like, yeah, man, I know this club is suffering, but I know what this club means because I know who has played this club. I know what this club has achieved. Arsenal have not achieved an iota of what Milan have achieved. So you know that there could always be a way for Milan. My fear for Arsenal is they could be going through a deep, dark hole where they can never come back up. What player wants to play for Arsenal? What young, quality, amazing player views the Arsenal badge that says, yes, I want to play for them? How does Arsenal's history compare to an AC Milan's history? People say Barcelona are going to suffer. They're not going to come anywhere near Arsenal. Yes, they will suffer, but it's still Barcelona who have a different history. So there will always be quality star players who want to go to Barcelona. The issue for Arsenal is you had something special with Wenger. How bad was Wenger really? So all of the people that wanted Wenger to be sacked or wanted him to be removed, this dude was guaranteeing top 4 with scraps. He was guaranteeing top 4 with scraps with hardly any money being spent. Himesh Iteshima says, send them to the Brick Academy ASAP, bro. Yep, they're in there. They're currently in Class C. They're currently in Class C, bro. They're currently in Class C. Oh God. Okay, yeah, Red Devil. I'll drop you a link, bro. I'll drop you a link. I'm scared for Arsenal next week lubrication. So that's why Chelsea and City were trending. Oh God, guys, please don't tell me this is true. Please don't tell me this is true. Wait. Oh Lord. Wow. So Arsenal have Chelsea next, then Man City. So Arsenal could conceivably hold 3 L's in their first 3 games. This is deep. This is deep. The 100-hour stream. If Arsenal get relegated, they won't. They won't. I realize that they won't. Arsenal, they wouldn't dare. They wouldn't dare get relegated. They would not dare. They would not dare get relegated, man. Arsenal equals irrelevant if another Premier League team goes invincible. Oh yeah, like that is literally the only thing that they're holding on for. Like that's literally is their history. Their history is that invincible, which is still an amazing stat. But if someone does invincible, then Arsenal will now 100% have nothing. 100% they will completely have nothing because they can still hold on to that golden trophy. And Suleiman says 50 million for White getting Chelsea rejects. Rest in peace, guys. It's a fall. It's a fall. But so like years ago, Arsenal losing to Brentford would be big, massive news. It's not big news. That's why it's so sad. When I look at Arsenal losing to Brentford, I'm like, oh wow. Is anyone shocked? So my thing is that you can't call yourself a big club because you have a massive fan base. No. Atletico Madrid are a bigger club than Arsenal, in my view. Because for me, I view it through the eyes of football. I don't care about your fan base. I don't care about your business brands. I don't care about how many shirt sales you have. That's business talk. Football talk is your trophies, how good your team is, how competitive you are, and how you compete with the very best, and how you stack up against the very best teams. That, for me, is what makes you a big team. Arsenal are not a big team. They're not a big club. I don't give a damn about your season tickets or how many you have fans. Arsenal are a mid-table team. It's official. They're a mid-table team. It's real. It's real. You brought up good says, take your time with it. Troops and AFTV. Look, AFTV, man. I mean, you see, for guys like Ty, because I love Ty. You know, I always watch Ty and so forth. I freaking love the guy. For Ty right now, Ty, like, I know you love your club and so forth, and I know that you feel proud of your club, but Ty, bro, I'm sorry, like, your club is like, it's nonsense. Like, Arsenal is nonsense. Arsenal is nonsense. They are completely nonsense. And I said this at the start of the season. And this even before, I saw this to Devon so forth. I said that of what Arsenal have right now, what they need is a manager, an experienced manager. How do you hire a guy who has 0 managerial experience? The worst thing that happened to Arsenal was when they won that FA Cup. That was the worst thing that happened. Because what that FA Cup did was give them this illusion that they're still a big club. Give them this illusion that, hey, look at this, even at our worst, we can still win a trophy. Lo and behold, okay, cool, you've won an FA Cup that no one cares about. Nobody gives a damn about a freaking FA Cup. Cool, you won an FA Cup, but you finished 8th. 8th. And to compound it, you think that if this team has any aspirations, that they actually have any dreams of actually being big time, if you finish 8th, specifically in consecutive seasons, you surely would sack the manager. Surely the manager would be sacked. Trophy or not, surely you sack the manager. Conte didn't do well in the league. He won the FA Cup. Abramovich says, "You'll take a hike. We have high standards." So, man, joke club at the moment, but this Smith Rowe kid is damn good. He's good, but you can't build. If you're telling me that Smith Rowe is your number 10 and you're building your team around Smith Rowe, he's good. Is he Snyder? Is he Totti? Is he Del Piero? Come on, bro. Reddle says, what happens if Chelsea lose to Arsenal next week? Red Devil, I pray. I pray that doesn't happen, because as of right now, I think what Arsenal need, they need to suffer. Because I want to see, just for my curiosity, I want to see how low Arsenal go. I refuse to accept Arsenal will be in a relegation battle. I refuse to accept that Norwich will be saying what's up to Arsenal. I refuse. I refuse. But I'm worried. I'm worried. Because the danger here is, once morale sinks and once those losses begin to stack up, if a manager that isn't experienced and does not know how to be able to turn around a team that has low morale, I fear for Arsenal. I fear for Arsenal. Like, for me, I still feel that because there's so much quality in this team and they're so good, they should survive. But the fact that these guys lost to Brentford, a team who haven't sniffed top flights for 74 years, a team where their stadium is someone's backyard, they have a capacity of 10. 10. 5 being ants. That's their stadium. Their stadium is a shack. I mean no offense, but the stadium is a shack. So the fact that they lost here, I'm worried. Are we looking at a relegation battle? Are we looking at a relegation dogfight? From your boy Mohammed Marjan says, Arsenal fans said Ben White is better than Varane. Any Arsenal fan saying that is high on cocaine. And I mean the pure, uncut version of cocaine. Arsenal, for some reason, sold Emiliano Martinez and still kept a dude called Leno. Who told you to spend 50 million on Ben? How do you spend 50 million on a defender that no one knows? Nobody knows this dude. How? A few years ago, the most expensive defender cost 50 million. A few years ago. How are you dropping 50 mil on a dude that nobody knows? The only people that know Ben White are the guys from down at the pub. Even the guys at the pub are still not sure who Ben White is. Ben White is just a dude from the pub. So you spend 50 million on Vinnie Jones. That's what you spend 50 million on Vinnie Jones, on a dude from the pub, a mate. You see, it's always an interesting case study when you just see the descent of a club. It's a very interesting case study. And I told you, a lot of my friends right now, shout out to your boy Des, shout out to your boy Bill, these guys are Arsenal fans. So I can only imagine what these guys must be going through. You know, where, guys, I remember the Invincibles. Guys, remember, this club had Henry. They had Vieira. They had Dennis Bergkamp. These guys had some of the best players of their generation. I hold Dennis Bergkamp as one of the most technically gifted players I've ever seen. Henry is one of the best strikers of his generation. Henry was the greatest Premier League player of all time. Vieira, I call Vieira one of the best midfielders that I've ever seen. From these guys to Pepe Le Pew, to Emilia Smith, row your boat gently down the sea, to lack of threats, to a circus merchant who does flips after he scores goals. This is bad. This is bad. This is last now. It's last now. I repeat, from invincibles to a mid-table club. Right now, Leeds can say what's up to Arsenal. Norwich can say what's up to Arsenal. Scunthorpe can say what's up to Arsenal now. Scunthorpe can look Arsenal in the face. Do you know what that means? Do you know what it means that Scunthorpe can look Arsenal in the eye and say, yes, I see you? Brand says Messi, not John White, left on a free. Look, it's messed up, bro. It's a mess. Brand, bro. It's a mess, man. From your boy Danny Henkel, Ben White's gonna get an exclusive fee on Black to roll next week to Lukaku. Look, I don't want to tempt fate. But if Lukaku pops off, man, see, my dream, it may not happen. My dream is Lukaku to drop a 3-piece. My dream, again, I don't want to say, but my dream is for Lukaku to drop a 3-piece. Wait, when is the game? So the game is next Sunday. The game is next Sunday. So it's my dream is for him to drop a 3-piece. From Abracadabra says, Arsenal deserve everything they're getting because of how they treated Wenger and Ozil. Arsenal fans started doing OnlyFans to help the club. No, for me, look, how bad was Wenger really? Wenger was maligned. He was abused. He was insulted. But this guy guaranteed top 4. At least this guy was guaranteeing you top 4. 8th? 8th? I love AFTV. Robbie is a good friend of mine and so forth. But AFTV represents a club that's come 8th. What? 8th? That's mid-table. See, guys, mid-table is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's mid-table. 8th. Bundesliga Thought says, loved the Bundesliga opening game. Upamecano solid. I missed it. I missed the opening game, man. But I'm gonna go back and watch it, man. You know. So your boy Nagelsmann saying what's up, man. Your boy Nagelsmann saying what's up. Actually, what even happened? Because I want to watch the highlights of that. Oh, it was 1-1. Bro, Lewandowski is a freak. You know, now Chelsea should have just gone for Lewandowski, bro. Chelsea really should have just gone for Lewandowski. Shan Shego says, my club said what's up, and I'm not even surprised. Oh, yeah, so Shan, I think he's a Brentford dude. Again, I told you, I live in several different places, but one of the places that I live, I'm quite near Brentford. I'm quite near the Brentford city. So I do feel a little bit proud of what Brentford did, man. So shout out to the Brentford boys out there. What happens to Ballon today? Also send the link. Okay, yes, I'll send the link right now, bro. I'm going to send the link right now. Let's bring in your boy Red Devil, man. Let's bring in your boy Red Devil. Let me drop something for your boy Red Devil. All right. Red Devil, I've sent the link, bro. I've sent the link. Uncle Wam says, why is Arteta not sacked? Arsenal are playing absolutely rubbish football. What's a fall, HH? Check the tape. Check the tape. Before a ball was kicked, I said that. Arsenal, what do you want? If you want to be a mid-table club content with FA Cups, keep Arteta. If you actually want to get back to the heights you once were and actively compete for the title, you have to sack Arteta. You have a rookie as your manager. Who cares whether he worked with Pep Guardiola? That means nothing. He's a rookie. Management ain't easy. And you see, here's the difference here. People say, oh, what about Pep Guardiola? Pep Guardiola walked into a team that had Messi, Xavi, Iniesta, Eto'o. He walked into a team that's 3 years prior won the Champions League. Arteta, you're not walking into that. So Arteta, you have first of all, Pep obviously has a knack for this coaching thing. And Pep had an easier baptism than you did. Because it's always, I said, no, you're not going to get. Wait, what moron, what stupid, dim-witted, thick, stupid idiot thought, because Arteta worked with Pep, he's going to come and give Arsenal the treble, just like he did with Barcelona. What? Pepe Le Pew is now Messi? Aubameyang is now Eto'o? Xhaka is Xavi? What? Smith Rowe is now Iniesta? Ben White is Puyol? I mean, what are we saying here? What? Maitland-Niles is what? Dani Alves? Come on. You know, like I never want to because what annoys me is the arrogance. That's what annoys me. What annoys me is when people say, "Oh, look at how many fans we have. Look at how many people talk about us on social media. Therefore, we're big." No, I always look at football relevancy, your trophies, and how competitive you are, and whether you are elite. That will always judge for me. So your Paulkini says, "How the F did Arsenal sell Joe Willock?" You realize that Joe Willock would have started this game. I saw a dude called Balogun. Obviously, that must be a Nigerian name, so shout out to my guy. But you literally sold a very good striker for you. He's a goal scoring number 10. He would have come on today. By stats, he was the best Arsenal player last year. Bro, it's
scored 8 goals in 14, I think, for Newcastle. So that's one every other game. Which
Red Devil, these guys are just, I mean, my God. So you sell Emiliano Martinez, you sell Joe Willock. Red Devil, what's wrong with these people?
You know what's worrying? Because I mean, because I'm not even in. As I said, the bantering them it's like I can't even banter them. But what was worrying?
No. See, Red Devil. See, that's what I'm trying to explain to people. That see, years ago it was fun because Arsenal were like it is. Oh my, you've been so irrelevant for so long now that it's just sad.
Yeah,
it's you just know this is just sad.
It's expected. I'm not. Like I wasn't actually surprised that Brentford won today. I predicted that they would. I predicted that they would win. And you know what's worrying is that Arteta made some comments at the press conference because obviously Aubameyang and Laxon went fit, and it was pretty much like, I don't know when they'll be back. And I was like, what? What do you mean you don't know when? What do you mean you don't know when Lacazette and Aubameyang are going to be back? What do you mean you're not? What? So I was like, what?
Wait, doing it here conspiracy theory?
What's the conspiracy theory?
I think they've quit. Lacazette and they're basically faking it.
Well, that's an expensive quit.
Red Devil, if you're Aubameyang or Lacazette and you just saw your team get touched by a bunch of bees who've not been in this top flight for 70 years, why would you want to be a part of this?
Well, dude signed a contract for what? How much? What? 300,000? Was that Aubameyang? 300,000, 350? I can't remember. I think it was 300,000, something like that. Longley is for what? Well, I mean, banter aside, like obviously this is Ben White's first game. I don't want to say anything because I know for a fact that if Varane starts and he makes a mistake, everyone's going to banter him. So I'm just going to say, let's just wait and see what happens this first game. But to be honest, the thing is the only thing with the Ben White situation is that they had Saliba, Gabriel. I think they still have Gabriel. Is Gabriel not part of?
Yeah,
there. You know, Gabriel, I think the Brazilian.
Longley is for sale.
Arsenal can do business.
Maybe some amount. Come on, Longley. see, now you're just being rude. Now, let me see. You want them to concede? You want to now concede 5? Come on, bro. Arsenal open talk with Barca again about Neto, the goalkeeper. Arsenal, they're not buying anybody. Wait, you already sold Emiliano Martinez. So you already screwed up. You're going for Ramsdale. Now you're going for Neto.
I don't think they can even get. I don't know. I don't think they can get Ramsdale. I've got no idea what this club is doing. I really have no idea what Arsenal Football Club is doing.
Wait, did you watch the overlap show?
I saw clips of it, but how was Ty trying to defend this? I don't quite
because
understand.
Carragher was saying that Arsenal they're not going anywhere. They have no direction.
Yeah.
And Ty said that you can't be saying these things. As how do you know that we don't have any direction? How, like, are you the director of Arsenal? Do you know the inside scoop of what's happening within Arsenal?
Yeah.
And the main point to that, because they asked that when last did Arsenal win a major trophy, and they said that's the 02-03 season. And then when you say that, okay, that's the last time you won the league, rather a major title.
Yeah.
And Ty was just trying to be defensive, saying that people should not talk down to Arsenal. That I feel sorry for someone like Ty, because those are guys where you're so wrapped up within your club, all you know is to always defend it, even if it makes no sense. Like Ty, you can still love your club, but be like, man, my club is garbage now. Like, what's it called? I'm Nigerian to the core and so forth, and I openly abuse and insult these freaking dudes. So my thing is, for Ty, you can't. How do you defend this? It's like, how does someone put the mic in your face and you defend losing to Brentford 2-0? Because you can't say, oh no. Forget about Aubameyang and Lacazette. We're not there. This is a club this is the first time they've been in the Premier League One. The first time they've been in the top list for 72 years. They have 17,000 seater stadium. 17,000.
17,000.
It's like, so there's not to talk about. It's like, we can see my thing is right there. It's like, look, are we looking at a relegation dog? See, I don't even want to go there, but are we looking at a relegation dogfight?
Bro, as we said, they're playing Chelsea and City back to back, which in theory they could lose both. So basically 0 points after 9 games. Sorry, 0 points after 3 games. They're already in a relegation zone based on that. And then when you look and you're thinking, okay, where are Arsenal going to get their points from? Okay, I was even thinking about what my man Vieira is going to be at Crystal Palace. Imagine if Patrick Vieira at Crystal Palace finishes above Arsenal or beats Arsenal. Imagine the signals that shows, or potentially maybe.
You see, Red Devil, these guys, they're taking so many L's that won't even like nothing surprises me anymore. Nothing surprises me anymore.
Do you think that if Vieira does well at Crystal Palace and Arteta does badly, that they might think, okay, let's go and hire Vieira?
And if I'm Vieira, I'll say go screw yourself. Because I think Vieira already feels the way in how he left Arsenal. Hence why he went to Man City, because he could still play, and the way that he was treated, he's supposed to answer career, he still feels away. And the very fact that these guys went to Arteta before Vieira, I think is disgraceful.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Like, for me, Vieira, he had all these badges. He's a player, former guy, and so forth. And they went to a guy who has no managerial experience. And as I just said, the worst thing that happened to Arsenal was winning the FA Cup.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, we won a trophy. Oh, wow, that's good and so forth. And you ignore the fact that, yes, Wigan won the FA Cup and got relegated.
Yeah.
So winning the FA Cup means nothing, because what is always important is your league status.
Yeah, league. Yeah,
like that is something, because that really shows. Because I told you, Wigan won the FA Cup.
Yeah,
cool, but they got relegated. Ask Leicester. See, for Leicester City, I still say that it was better. I think that they would have, if they had to choose, win the FA Cup or finish top 4. They'd say win the FA Cup, because that is something historic that they cannot put in the cabinet. But they still finish 5th.
Yeah.
Which is still a lot better than 8th.
You can't compare Leicester City to Arsenal right now. But yeah, so go on.
So it says Balogun is a good player, but he's just coming into a toxic team. He is a dynamic. He's a dynamic player with Nigerian flair. Also, send me my shirt. Paul, I told you, you have to send me an email. Go to the website, send me an email with your full address, with your full name, full address, and I'll send you your shirt. So, because do you know why I'm giving you his shirt? he sends a dub that said that there's like a Cristiano like disaster class compilation
Oh
called
dear.
called Possible Technique. Because obviously, the Ronaldo one is called Impossible Technique, R91.
Yes,
Is this was possible?
yes.
I said no, this is the best job I've ever had in my life. So yeah, Paul, send me an email via the official website, halfoffootball.com. Use the messenger icon, your name, your full address, and then I'll send you your shirts. No, but see, my thing is, no, look, true, he's coming into a very difficult situation now. But my thing is Red Devil. Okay, let's say Aubameyang and Lacazette were there. That's why I'm not even going to go harsh on my Nigerian guy. Is Lacazette an amazing player?
No, I don't think
Aubameyang had a horrible season last season.
no.
So this is battle round. Sam says when Arsenal gets relegated to the 4th division, and time will say,
At least we're still a football club, man. Oh man, yeah.
no, because for me now, it's hard for me to even watch because I watched a bit of the AFTV watch along, and I laughed a bit, but I was like, just because I just sort of did like a freeze from it because you had like Turkish there, and they were just sitting down and just said Brentford to Arsenal 0. I was like, wow, like this is a fall. Like Red Devil, we remember the Invincibles. We remember Henri, Vieira, like where these guys were amazing, and where everyone thought, no, they were the best team in Europe in the Invincibles, but they just messed up that season. Like we remember, no, these guys were amazing. Henri is the greatest Premier League player of all time, hands down. So from that to you are now a categorical mid-table team. That is a fall. And the key thing is that do you think the owners give it down? Do you know why? Red Devil, you're charging £800 for a season ticket.
Yeah.
And people are paying £800 for. How do you pay £800 for that?
Yeah.
It's crazy. And Red Devil, the scary thing is that I'm sure it has sold out.
Oh yeah, of course. There'll be a waiting list.
See, that boggles my mind. That it just shows you that this is like drugs. It's like Kroenke is like the drug kingpin, and he knows that these guys will just keep on finding. They'll keep on being addicted because £800 for peak Barcelona makes sense. £800 for Bayern Munich makes sense. For Pep's Man City, that because they play high quality football, so to watch it is a privilege. This is a team that play backyard football and are mid-table. How are you charging £800 a season ticket and you're selling those? So forget that they put that in there. People are actually buying that. How?
I mean, traditionists. I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. Fast football. I mean, they're probably happy that fans are back in the stadium because they'll be getting a lot more money from that. But you're talking about mid-table. Like, I'm actually counting on my hand. Like, okay, so what are the teams that Arsenal gonna comfortably beat? And I'm trying to think of the teams that they will comfortably beat. And I don't know that many because even like the Burnleys, I'm like, well, no, actually, hang on a minute. They lost to Burnley last season. No, hang on a minute. They lost to Leicester. So like, I'm actually just going through teams. I'm like, what were the teams that they actually comfortably beat last season? Leeds. Oh no, they lost to Leeds at the Emirates. So like, what teams do you think in the comments? Do you think that Arsenal will comfortably beat this season? Because Brentford just got promoted. Norwich is even Watford. Maybe Troy Deeney's like these guys don't have any kahunas.
Yeah. Mr. Abracadabra says, I feel sorry for Lord Voldemort and Turkish man. See, I don't feel sorry. I just feel sad for them, man. Yeah. Like just seeing Turkish just slumped in the chair, just saying that we're not a proper club anymore and everything. I was like, ugh, man. Red Devil. This is a fall, man.
No, it's a fall.
See, this is
go on.
people right now, all those Arsenal fans that insulted and abused Wenger, where are you now? Like where? Because insult Wenger all you want. This would never happen under Wenger. Because Wenger would always somehow find a way of trying to come top 4 or 5th because he understands this team. He understands Red Devil. These guys have a manager who has no experience. This is a team, you see, for United, let's even use United as an example. Fergie, that's a huge thing. Moyes was coming off doing great work for Everton. Great work for Everton, where he made Everton punch above their weight. So yes, it didn't work out, but that makes sense. Going
and
from
he wasn't really backed either. To bear in mind,
Fergie Wenger is the same idea where someone that defined the club for a long period of time. So anyone to follow it will be tough. But for now, let's get somebody with some experience of management here that can somehow find a way to try and enforce a way with the transition. How do you go from Wenger to a guy with no managerial experience?
No. I mean, to be fair, they got Unai. To be honest, with the way that's what's happened after Unai, you can see, because I even said when Unai was there, I was like, okay, I'm not saying Unai Emery is a fantastic manager, but I still think that, like, because he's the one that identified Emil, Saka, etc., the young talent, and gave them their opportunities.
Yeah.
So, but was he back?
Yes, sorry, as I forgot. So
Emery, yeah, he wasn't.
So, you go to Emery.
Backed as much. He wasn't backed as much as
and my thing with Emery is there is.
But he still did.
You can't go from Emery to a guy with no experience. However bad Emery did, because now look at what Emery is doing for Villarreal, and the biggest insult was when he now beat them in the Europa League.
Yeah,
and look at what Villarreal. He won the free. He gave Villarreal their very first trophy ever in their history.
Yeah.
So my thing is, how do you go from Emery to Arteta? Not only that. See, if you're Emery, say, wait a minute, I wasn't given time. So this guy, because Emery never finished 8th, or did he finish 8th?
No, I don't think Emery ever finished 8th.
So my thing is,
he always finished in the Europa League positions. So I think he finished 6th or 7th or something like that.
So my thing is, you're allowing a guy to. So Emery, if you're Emery, you're looking at it and say, wait a minute. So this guy is finishing 8th. So because he won an FA Cup, he's getting more opportunities than I ever had. Come on, bro.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Arsenal fans will pay for this, but not for Super League.
It's true. We don't want to be in the Super League.
Yeah. See, if you're an Arsenal fan, shouldn't you be fighting? Because I want to know all the Arsenal fans that said they didn't want the Super League. Okay, you don't want the Super League, you're going to be touched off by these dudes, And if you don't get your act together, relegation could be down the other. So, if you're an Arsenal fan, maybe you should be advocating for the Super League. Let's keep it real. Paul Kignan says, HH, you should start a football club in the lower divisions and be the manager, like DT did or countless others. Bro, it's too much stress. It's way too much stress. But that's actually always been one of my dreams, is to actually like coach a team and manage a team, but way too much stress, man. Way too much stress. Way too much stress. See, let's say Emery finished 5th. Yeah, he finished 5th.
So this is what I'm saying. So it's like you've gone from you were cussing Arsene Wenger because he was finishing 4th. You basically sacked him in the one season that he finished outside the top 4 because that wasn't good enough. Then Emery at least got you into Europa League positions all the time consistently and got you to Europa League final. Okay, you lost. Fair enough. Now,
finished 5th and you lost in the Europa League final.
Then he got fired early the next season. Arteta, okay, he won an FA Cup in his first season, but he still finished 8th in the league. He's finished 8th. He finished 8th again with nothing. And now, like, bro, these guys aren't going to be finishing 8th. They're going to be I think they're going to be between 15th to 20th.
You see, Hamza 309 says, people defending Wenger, but he should have worked 3 to 4 years before he did. after the FA Cup win in 2014, managers available dried up. Klopp, Pep Guardiola were available back then. No, true. See, here's the thing. Yes, Wenger should have left earlier. Basically, Wenger should have done what Fergie did. Accept that this is your end, and you now pick somebody and help with the transition process. I think Wenger never wanted to leave, hence why he had no say in who should come in next. So he had no say in the kind of transition process from himself to the next manager.
Yeah.
So maybe because he never like Fergie was like, oh no, I want to leave. It's my thing. Wenger never wanted to leave. He was forced out.
And I also disagree with the comment that the managers available dried up. Brendan Rodgers was available. Brendan Rodgers was available like around the Wenger, and instead he went to Leicester City. And I said several times to Arsenal fans, guys, this guy's a good coach. Yes, I know he hasn't won any major trophies, but this guy, if you saw it in Liverpool, he improved the players that were there. He made the players better, so he will coach your players to be better players. Well, they say, oh, no. Emery's won the Europa League. Oh, this, and that. That's the better sort of thing. Like, oh, Brendan Rodgers is a fraud. Brendan Rodgers will be useless. Blah, blah. We're Arsenal. And look what happened. Obviously, Emery failed. And Brendan Rodgers, given resources and coaching, you can see that he is a better. He's clearly, forget about, like, Arteta's won an FA Cup. Brendan Rodgers won an FA Cup. But you can clearly see that Brendan Rodgers is a better coach than Arteta. He makes players better. That's what a coach is supposed to do.
Yeah.
So it's not always about trophies sometimes. It's about actually making the players better,
That's what I did. He is easily a superior manager than their coach. Welenko Wavic, champions of Europe, who says, didn't Arsenal go 14 games without a win last year? Was it? Oh my God. I think that Chelsea game was when they broke the streak.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, it was. It was, wasn't it? You guys, because we said they were going to get relegated, wasn't it? They were only on like single digits, weren't they? If I remember, I don't think they were on. And then you guys decided to,
I never want to see Lampard's face ever again. Like, I remember I was hyped because of like when I was going to get relegated, I'm going to go to AFTV, see what Ty says. Like, this could be a relegation dog fight, and that's when turned Arsenal's season around. So Lampard gave Arsenal. I told you, like, Lampard, bro, I never want to see that guy's face ever again. Like, even seeing his face pisses me off, man.
You better not do it again this, because I think you're the only team that Arsenal were able to beat home and away. So make sure it doesn't happen again this season, bro. And that win was on the other win was on the two.
No. No. I mean, I want Chelsea to absolutely dismember Arsenal next Sunday. I need it. For me, I don't want a win. I want a deliverance. I need a test. I need a pregnancy test. I need a positive pregnancy test next Sunday. Paul Kickling says, Emery was trash. Arteta saved the second half of Emery's season. He plays a type of football that really doesn't fit the Premier League. I watched every match. So you're saying that? So you are now saying that you have more faith in Arteta now than Emery? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Are you now saying that Arsenal are now in a better position under Arteta than they were with Emery? Facts are facts. Emery finished fifth and got to a final. For me, an FA Cup is irrelevant. Cool trophy, but it's irrelevant. What is worse is, which would you rather have? Fifth, you go to Europa League final. We can build up on that. Or FA Cup, eighth. Eighth is eighth. Eighth is eighth. Because eighth shows you where you truly are in a league. You see, eighth would only be cool if, let's say, you now won the Champions League. Then that can sort of even it up. But eighth and an FA Cup, negativo. Red Devil. I mean, okay, let's be frank here. Let's be real here. Mm-hmm. They're not getting relegated. Are we agreed? Red Devil. I don't like that hesitation. I really don't like that hesitation.
They just lost to a recently promoted side.
Red Devil, it's one game.
It's then they might be in a relegation battle.
I believe they won't get relegated. They won't be in a relegation battle, but this is going to be a mid-tables. Because see, what Arsenal have to realize is that the
What
Premier
team?
League gets tougher because there is so much money comes to the Premier League, and Premier League teams can look at Villa. They just bought Leon Bailey.
Exactly.
Look at the business that Tottenham done. So because the Premier League has so much money they can spend, it gets tougher every year, and the gap between the big teams and small teams keeps shrinking. It keeps shrinking. It keeps shrinking.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I'm like, that's why I asked the question: what teams can you see Arsenal comfortably beating this season? And then if you add on to the fact this whole weird thing with Aubameyang and Lacazette, who are supposed to be your main strikers. Clearly, if you can't think of the teams that Arsenal could comfortably beat in this league, then surely that means that they're going to be in a relegation battle. Because we're talking Burnley usually down there, but Burnley beat Arsenal last season. Newcastle, okay, maybe they might beat Newcastle. Norwich, okay, maybe that's not a given. So I've got 2, 3. They've lost to Brentford. Watford, Troy Deeney might say what's up. I mean, that's it. Maybe Everton, because they're frauds.
Right
So
there. Have hope, man. Have hope. The rest is Bundesliga equals entertainment. Defense is optional, though. No. Bundesliga it's a fun league. It's a fun league that I think Bayern are going to test to begin. Because my thing is, if Bayern buy Haaland, that league has to be brought up on criminal charges.
Lewandowski still looks sharp, though. I saw those highlights for Bayern versus
the guy is. You see. Now I'm thinking about that. Should Chelsea have just tried to go hard for Lewandowski?
Maybe, to be honest, bro. Because this is why I'm saying Bayern. Don't underestimate this Bayern side in the CL with Nagelsmann.
So they'll get a result versus Chelsea. Then get a result. See, based off what Chelsea did last year, I could very easily see Arsenal just doing something stupid and somehow get results against Chelsea. City will beat them. Like Arsenal and City will beat them.
I can't remember.
Like City are happy. So for Chelsea, see, my thing is for Chelsea is if Lukaku is fit for that game, let's talk. But if let's say Lukaku can't play the game for whatever reason, then it may be thinking of Chelsea have possession, they control the game. Basically, like how the game went last year, the second one with at the bridge. So it's key that I want Lukaku in for that game, man.
If Timo's your number 9, then there's always going to be a chance for Arsenal. Let's be real.
I don't know. Wait. Timo. What's
Turbo Timo?
Who?
Who's going to be part of your? You think that Tuchel's going to be dropping Turbo Timo?
I don't know who are you referring. Wait, who are you talking about?
Timo, the Werns.
Bro, I've never heard of who he wants. So look, let's take some questions there, guys. Remember, live chat. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button, guys. Hit the like button in the live chat, guys. What up? Oh, for my mental health, Chelsea send Arsenal to oblivion. If Arsenal beats Chelsea next Sunday, I'm going to fight someone. If there's I might punch a stranger in the streets, because you can't lose to a team who just got comfortably beaten by Brentford 2-0. I can accept that. So let's look at from Paul, who says, HH, what are your thoughts on this whole Mbappe situation? Very credible reports from Spain and France are saying Mbappe is not going to renew his contract with PSG and he wants to leave this summer. From Mbappe's point of view, is it right for him to leave? And from PSG's standpoint, is it right for them to keep him and lose him for free next summer or sell him and get 120 mil? According to reports as well, PSG thought signing Messi was going to make Mbappe want to stay. But as of right now, it hasn't had that effect. Even with the arrival of Messi, Mbappe still wants to leave. Thoughts on the whole situation? You see, bro, I've been advocating that Mbappe has to leave. And my thing is that from PSG's point of view, if you know for a fact he said, I will not sign, especially with the arrival of Messi, if the fact that Messi has come, because you would think that as soon as they get Messi, he's going to fully commit that, we now have a team. But the fact that Messi has arrived, it means that this is not about being competitive. He just wants to leave and he just wants to go to Real Madrid. because this is not going to be like the whole Messi Neymar show. So I think for Mbappe, he's like, I want to leave. If it's next summer, fine. But it makes no business sense. Sell him because Real, I don't know where they got this money from. Maybe they robbed the bank. Real Madrid say we have 120. We can give you 120 now, or we'll get him for free next summer. So the only thing that PSG could say is we believe that M&M will give us the Champions League this year. So we'd rather keep Mbappe now because we believe that M&M, Mbappe, Neymar, Messi, this front three is going to be like MSN and they will shred everyone. So they're like, you know what? Mbappe, fine. If you go for free, fine. Win us the CL. Because I read a report that said that El Khelafi, the president, was like, okay, if we lose Mbappe for free next summer, we'll just get Cristiano to replace him. So I think that they're going to keep Mbappe and he's going to go for free next summer. They won't sell him. I don't think they will sell, which I think is stupid.
Or Haaland, maybe they might go for Haaland as well. That's another possibility next summer. But yeah, I don't think they'll. Well, I mean, it's what I said. It's what I said. I've always said in these transfer streams that like I just think that PSG and Mbappe and Pogba are in the same situation where I just think that they will stay at their clubs for another year, not renewing their contracts, and then near the end they'll just assess their available options. Whether that means Mbappe going to Real Madrid on the free, King Sol's right, possibly Liverpool FC. You don't know what's going to happen. Like, depending what happens to the Champions League, because I still think that people are underestimating Liverpool. I don't know where this thing is. I think that people are low-key kind of, there's no pressure on them. I think they low-key might do well.
No. I am definitely not. Liverpool are a sleeping giants, man.
Yeah.
With Van Dijk back, you cannot see. I'm not ignoring Liverpool at all, man. I mean, so do you actually see Haaland going to Liverpool?
Not Haaland going to Liverpool, I don't think. I think it's predominantly because of Riola. Because Riola, will demand high agency fees and things. And as far as my Liverpool don't even deal with Riola, and they won't be able to pay his high wages or his high fees. So I don't think Riola they'll be even involved in that. But Mbappe, depending on how Liverpool do, it's a possibility. It's definitely a possibility because he wants to go to a club that's established to that we're winning a Champions League, and we don't know how Carlo Ancelotti. There's this part of me that is really fearful for Carlo Ancelotti at Real Madrid this season. He could either stabilize the ship or it could go really bad.
It could go really. Hence why I can't wait to see what's happening. But it could go really bad, man.
So if that's the case, then But go on.
What is it? HH, you should be inebriated by Jamaican skunk while watching football. What you like doing gets better. It slows down time, but gets you more into it. You know what? I've never been on any weed substances or so forth. I think because I'm already a little bit insane and slightly psycho, I think if I took any substances, I think I would probably just faint. So for a guy who's already a little bit nuts in the head, I think it would probably be very, very dangerous to my health if I took anything to make me go over there. So Paul, thanks for the advice. But if you still want me to fully function well, I think that I should stay off any of that weed, man. And next question, bro. Do you really think Kante should win the Ballon d'Or? Yes. Please take away your bias and explain how that smiling merchant, Rude, was the best footballer in 2021 ahead of Messi and Lewandowski. Okay, now look. I went to Stamford Bridge. I think it was yesterday.
Saw that.
And look, bro, that Champions League trophy looks sweet, man. It looks so nice. It looks so good. And I just saw the image of Kante and something came over me. Something like this power came over me. And I was like, you know what? I need to do a vid. I have to do a vid. And here's my thing right there. Okay, let's talk.
Okay.
Messi, 30 goals. Amazing.
Yeah.
Copa America, superb. Lewandowski broke a 50-year goal scoring record. Those are amazing things. Which of those things are dud? My thing is, Lewandowski, you broke all the goal scoring records and so forth. Euros, Messi, 30 goals, didn't lead to a league. Copa America, you have money. What did you do in the final? De Paul, Di Maria gave you life. For Kante, man of the match in both CL semis,
True.
and man of the match in the final. He is the first player in Champions League history to be man of the match in the last 3 games of a Champions League. Let me repeat that for the kids in the audience.
Had a dodgy Euros though. Euros a bit dodgy. A bit dodgy.
Look, no one cares about you. No one cares about you. No. So N'Golo Kante is the first player in history to have consecutive man of the match awards in the last 3 games of the UCL. So if we're looking at the Dodd, because what Kante did has never been done before. Never. Okay. A player has never had back-to-back man of the match awards in the last 3 games of the UCL. For that reason, I think he's got a great shout. He's got a great shout. Let's just keep it real. Because my thing is, did Lewandowski ball in a major final this year? Did Messi ball in a major final this year? The only player to ball in a major final this year was Kante. He's the only dude. So what are we? So what are we saying here? I tell you, did Lewandowski or Messi ball in a major final this year? Guys, let's talk Dodd. Okay, Red Devil.
Technically, didn't Jorginho ball in 2 major finals this year?
He didn't ball. He played his part. He didn't ball.
You mean?
Wait, no. Okay, was Jorginho man of the match in the Euro final, in the Super Cup final, or in the Champions League final? No. But I know who was man of the match in the CL final. It was your boy Low K.
Is that his name now? Is it Low K?
Low K.
Okay. You keep those nicknames coming. That's all I'm saying.
N'Golo Kante. His name is N'Golo Kante.
Just keep those. That's all. I'm just saying. Just for the sake of this Chelsea season, just keep the nicknames coming for your players, man.
I dare you to lose to Norwich tomorrow.
We're not playing Norwich tomorrow, so we're not going
I dare you to lose to Leeds tomorrow. I dare you to lose to Leeds tomorrow. I dare you to lose to Leeds tomorrow.
So it is what it is. So, but we aren't playing Norwich tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, I love Kante. Everyone knows I love Kante because as just a person, he's a humble player. He's obviously achieved great things with his national team.
And also, Redo, it would be a great story. Everyone loves Kante.
Yeah, of course.
It's also it'll be a great thing. Look, everyone here loves Kante. Yeah,
but I mean, at the end of the day, obviously, the Ballon d'Or is what it's from. It's just years. It's from January to January, isn't it? So the reason why
that's what they say, but no.
Well, yeah, but I think the thing is that people's eyes now be looking at Messi Messi on PSG, and I think why Messi will get it is combined with what he did with the Copa for Argentina, which is enough, is the fact that as soon as he starts playing for PSG and starts lubricating the league, I think that basically will seal it, essentially, let alone his performances in the group stages for Paris Saint-Germain. If this dude is basically getting breaking Ligue 1 records by scoring 10 goals every 2 games or something, it's gonna go to Messi, let's be real. What was it? Wasn't it Messi's highest goal scoring in one calendar year? Was it how many goals again? Was it 60 or something? I can't remember.
I think 92 goals.
92 goals. So just imagine he does that, but playing for PSG. I mean, he can. Let's be real. If you're playing against Brest twice, at least 3. So,
all right. So it says, "H, do you think Sevilla can get second in the league with Real and Barca losing key players in the transfer window?" You know what? I'm really excited for La Liga, man. I'm really excited for La Liga because
they registered Dubai. Apparently, they registered.
Yes, they have. Yeah, Dubai has been registered. So, boom, Barca have they do because relying on your boy Goatweight. For me, so the answer to the question is yes, they can. Will they? I believe that 1 and 2 will be occupied by Real Madrid and Atletico. I still believe that. Despite Real losing their players, it's still Real Madrid, and Eden Hazard still exists. Eden Hazard is still in this chat. Okay, he is still in this chat. He's not left in the freaking chat. So because I'm sorry, he's the new face of La Liga right now. No one cares about Messi. No one cares about Christina. The new face of La Liga is Eden freaking Hazard. So put some respect on my boy's name. Sunday, the Zad season begins this Sunday.
Can we just establish that Daniel James has more goals and assists in Manchester United than Eden Hazard has for Real Madrid? Can we just establish?
World Cup semis have Daniel James played in?
No. We just. I mean, it's
a question though. It's a question. How many World Cup semis do you think? Has Daniel James ever been the best player at a World Cup?
No, I just want to establish. He's never been the best player, but neither was Eden Hazard. Okay. That was Messi. Messi was the best.
He's never been a best player at World Cup. Has never been in a World Cup semi.
The thing about Daniel James though, that he's part of a team that beat a side, that Eden Hazard was a part of in a major.
That wasn't that. No. So Hazard was there. Zad. Did he beat Zad? Zad was born in 2018.
Zad was playing in that Belgium.
Zad was born in 2018. Prior to 2018 was Eden Hazard. I don't know who Eden Hazard. I don't vouch for Eden Hazard. I vouch for Zad.
Happens.
I vouch for Zad. So then James beats Eden Hazard. I don't know vouch for that dude. Hassan says, I speak fluent CL. So what's an Arsenal and City? Bro, I have no idea. I have no idea. See, Red Devil, you keep insulting Chelsea for the fact of this dumbass treble that no one cares about. But we can both unite on this. We can both unite on this.
Yeah.
Arsenal and City, without a European trophy, specifically a Champions League, you're irrelevant.
Yeah.
You're irrelevant.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Like, I mean, you're completely irrelevant.
But then are you going to say that about PSG, though? Because PSG have also not won a Champions League.
But the thing about PSG is, look, they're a very young club. They were founded in 1970. Okay, like my parents are older than PSG. So for such a young club, it's like you're a young club. But for guys like Man City and for Arsenal, this is like 1880 something.
Yeah, people saying PSG are a big club. People saying PSG are a bigger club than Chelsea, then Madrid, then Barca, etc. So. How can you say that PSG are a big club?
I can accept PSG as a big club in terms of competitiveness. I can accept that, but I need that
competitiveness. It's only been in the last 2 seasons. Let's be real. Like I'm not a PSG hater or anything, but it's only been the last 2 seasons. Okay, they got to that final, lost, and they got to semi. Before that, they were bottle jobbling it, and then before that, they were relevant. So really, we're just saying they're big based on last 2.
So guys, I will be saying this more tomorrow.
Yeah.
Today is officially the anniversary of 8-2. We are going to be doing a watch along of that fateful day where Barcelona's rectum got stretched with no lube. So after the Saturday's hangouts, we are having a commemorative 8-2 watch along on Twitch. So we're having the 8-2 watch along on because it is one of the seminal moments, not only in football, but on this channel as well. So it is only right that on the 1-year anniversary of 8-2, we have the proper commemoration. So on Twitch, after Saturday, because Saturday Hangouts, we're going to have a discussion about it. Then after the Hangouts, we're going to have an 8-2 commemoration. So guys, happy 8-2 day, happy 8-2 day, happy 8-2 today, man. Wait, let's get this last question.
We're going to quick question, AJ.
Yeah.
Do you think Barcelona's team is better now than it was back in that 8-2 thrashing?
No, I mean, for me, no, because my thing is that they still have Longley and Piqué.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think they're saying that Araujo is going to now be a starter. So it's going to be Araujo and Piqué or Araujo and Longley. So maybe Araujo isn't because Araujo was injured, so he wasn't there in the defense. So that helps things. But it's difficult because you've lost Messi, but you've gained Depay because Aguero is not injured for like 3,000 years. So it's hard to see. See, do you know? I will only know when I start watching them in this game. So obviously, when they now play Real Sociedad on Saturday, then I'll have a better indication as to okay, let's see what these guys actually are looking like right now. So that's when I'll see. So let's see what they now do.
Okay.
It's like let's see what they now do, man. Okay. So did you say that Chelsea fans, please don't ever compare us to you guys. Detroit's Rock City. He's a Bayern fan,
by the way. They do have a treble, but 2 trebles Bayern.
But did they win the UCL this year? Yes or no? Did you win the UCL this year? Yes or no?
But they have more CLs than Chelsea do.
No. I'm not a history merchant. I'm a 2021 merchant. Detroit Rock City. Did you or did you not win the UCL? Answer me right now. Did you or did you not win the UCL this year? Who won the UCL this year?
Well,
Answer me in the
HH,
live chat right now.
HH,
Detroit Rock City. Answer me in the live chat right now.
But
Who
HH,
won the UCL this year?
But
Who?
what you need to understand, HH, is that there's certain people that are single trophy merchants, and there's certain people that are multiple trophy merchants. So buying the United fan,
I'm a recency merchant.
I'm
a recency merchant. Detroit Rock City. I repeat. Tell me who won the UCL this year, not 2020. 2020 is gone. 2020 is gone. 2021. Who won the Champions League this year? Do you want me to take my shirt again that has the Champions League trophy again? The heck? The hell?
It's your second Champions League in goodness knows how long. That's the thing. It's like
Don't say it. A win is a win. A win is a win.
It's just a win. And you got two dubs. But
UHH, I love your videos, man. Thank you, bro. In your opinion, who are your top 5 of this generation in order of talent? And another one for Korea. And HH, who do you think is better, Prime Zad or Manny Ronaldo?
Oh, no.
Let's put easy. Let's just leave that. We'll argue that.
There's only one correct answer to this, but we all know what he's going to say.
Who are your top 5 of the generation in order of talent? And another one for Korea. So, in order of talent of this generation, Messi 1, Neymar 2, Hazard 3.
Can you repeat that, please? Did you just say how?
Wait, is that what it is?
No, I just
Messi 1.
Repeat that.
Messi 1, Neymar 2.
Okay.
Hazard 3, Mbappe 4.
Hazard 3.
And then I'm gonna give it to
what's the Hazard 3 based on?
Marco 5.
I don't really get the Hazard 3. Where is that coming from?
He said in order of that's talent.
Okay.
So Korea, Messi, Cristiano.
Oh, sorry, I confused you, HH. You meant Torgan Hazard. Okay, I've got you now.
I meant Zad. Wait. Wait. You'll have your turn. Let me go to my own career. So Korea, Messi, Cristiano, and that could easily be interchangeable. Iniesta, Modric, Xavi. No. You know what I'm going to say? I just want to say. Messi, Cristiano, that's interchangeable. Modric, Iniesta, and Xavi. Those are my 5. So, Red Devil, your top 5 first in order of talent.
So yeah, Messi, Ronaldo.
What? Okay. No, talent, not Korea.
Talent. You heard me right.
Talent. No,
we said generation.
No.
You said
Korea
generation.
We're doing talent.
No, we're not talking Korea. This is including talent, because we're talking about generation. So I'm including Ronaldo, what he did at United, early Madrid, etc. So we're talking about. So Ronaldo is there. So Messi, Ronaldo. I'm gonna say Neuer, because I do think goalkeepers are part of the game. So Neuer, in terms of talent generation, he should definitely be there. As redefining the whole sweeper keeper thing and stuff like that, and to be able to have that ability, I think
you know what I'm gonna put. I might have to replace Neuer. I have to replace Mbappe with Neuer. I have to replace Mbappe with Neuer, because Mbappe he's not yet hit his talent ceiling yet. So I have to replace Neuer with it, because Mbappe is a special case. But I must replace Neuer in that. But let's continue.
I think you've got to include Lewandowski. I think you've got to include Lewandowski as well as part of the 5 for what he's done, for what he's achieved, and obviously, I think you've got to, and then
wait, just say his name.
No. There's no. And Eden isn't Eden isn't even in top. Isn't even in top 10, bro. The thing I'm torn between Neymar and because I'm looking at generation, so people look at giving a bit of recency bias. So I'm torn between Pogba, Luis Suarez. Yes, I was even thinking of like, to be fair, even Bale potentially in that category, and then obviously Neymar. Those are kind of my four because you can't get biased by recency bias because Suarez hasn't been that great recently, but over what he's done in terms of generation, of course he has. So yeah, I think I'll put Neymar there. I'll put Neymar. Neymar's 5.
Korea.
Oh yeah, definitely Ronaldo and Messi are going to be there. Again, Neuer, I think as well. He's got 2 trebles with obviously Bundesliga dominated, but then 2 trebles and obviously won a World Cup. So my first 3 is still the same. Who else would career-wise? I'm just thinking.
So you put in Neuer before Iniesta for Korea. Iniesta is two trebles, 2 Euros, and the World Cup. I mean, I think
maybe it's just Korea, maybe it's just longevity. I guess he's a goalkeeper, but I guess maybe it's just longevity as well. Like he has been doing this for almost like a decade now, and obviously Iniesta was at his peak for maybe 7 or 7 years. So that's the only thing. It's just he's still going, and Neuer probably is still going to play for another years, and he could still win a World Cup, a Champions League, and so on. So. But yeah, I would definitely put Iniesta there as well from Korea as well. Is anyone really other than? It's got to be. You've got to presume play Xavi then, surely. Messi, Ronaldo for me, Neuer, and then Xavi.
Ramos.
Sorry, yeah, man, Sergio Ramos. Yeah, okay, Iniesta and Sergio Ramos. Yeah,
what's it called? Four Champions Leagues, a World Cup, 2 Euros.
Yeah.
Dani
Alves is a good thing, but I don't think did Dani Alves win any international trophies?
Copa America.
Okay,
basically the only trophy he's not won is the World Cup. That's the only trophy he's not won. He's won he's won every single trophy you can win, apart from the World Cup.
Okay, because you could make, because obviously Messi, the other 3 that I mentioned, Neuer, was it Neuer, Iniesta, and Sergio Ramos, all of World Cups, don't they? So I'd probably still just about put them over Dani Alves.
All right, so let's not deal with this. Prime Zad or Manu Ronaldo?
Manu Ronaldo, and that's basically the end of discussion.
No, it's a discussion.
There's really no discussion. I just want to ask the
you
chat.
Say Manu Ronaldo? Why?
I just want to
remember. He said Prime Zad. So he said
I just want to ask the chat a quick question.
Don't ask the chat. Don't answer him. Chat, don't answer him.
Which did Prime Ronaldo? So Prime Ronaldo at Manu win a Champions League, and did Prime Zard win a Champions League? Which player won a Champions League?
Live
Prime
chat.
Zard or Manu Ronaldo?
Live chat.
Please live chat. Let me know which one that was, please.
Live chat. Was Cristiano ever the best player at a World Cup? Yes or no? So after you answer his question, live chat, answer me this as well. Was Cristiano Ronaldo ever the best player at a World Cup? That's what I want to know. So was he ever the best player at that?
I just need to know. I just need to have that. So yeah, I think Tia Jacob says Ronaldo, obviously, So and Dr. Bell, CR7 easily great. I know he's a Chelsea fan. So you're seeing a lot of Mo Water even says only one of those won a CL, Golden Boot, and Ballon d'Or. Has Eden Hazard ever won a Ballon d'Or?
Okay, look, man. All right, look. As I said again, man.
So basically, the world said that Ronaldo was the best player in the world. Has Eden Hazard ever been recognized? Has he ever been recognized? Even Prime Zard, was he ever recognized as the best player in the world?
You know what? I said again. For me personally, I would say Prime Zard. But if we're being objective here, Manu Ronaldo was that dude.
There we go.
Manny Cristiano was that dude, So as much as it pains me.
Thank you for admitting that, HH. I've saved that
I'd
clip.
have to admit anything.
I've written it down. What 1 hour 19 minutes 50. Like HH says that Ronaldo is better than Hazard. Thank you.
Yeah. Chris, he was really good.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
really good. Like
Thank
Cristiano.
So
I was just saying, Manu Cristiano. I thought he was, he did his thing. He did
It's just
he did his thing. He did his thing.
It's clip for further generations. So when people ask, like, did HH ever say Ronaldo's better than Hazard? This clip.
I never said that. I said objectively speaking. I said if we're being objective. No. I don't have to accept objectivity. I don't have to. But yeah, look, he gets it. So guys, look, man. Last 20 minutes, man. Live chat. Send in your questions for us, man. Send in your cues. So guys, send your questions in the live chat. Remember to like, subscribe. Remember, if you haven't already subscribed to Red Devil Studio, man, for that quality United content, remember to subscribe to the Red Devil Studio on YouTube.
I'm trying to do some other stuff on there as well. But yeah, sorry, go on, HH.
So what's your expectation this season opener? Are you excited? So no. Has Varane signed yet?
This is the thing. It's so funny. Like, it's like the deal is, according to Ollie, like the deal is basically.
So you haven't signed him yet?
He's in Manchester right now, but he's been quarantined, obviously, for reasons, and yeah, we're like basically waiting to get out of isolation for them to like fully sign. It's dumb. The whole thing is dumb. So
sure. Okay. So before this, so Sancho is definitely starting.
I'm not 100%. I would imagine he would be, but because he came back later from holidays compared to the rest of the squad, there's a possibility that Greenwood might start in his place. But I would imagine that Sancho will start. It's just that it's not, the impression I get is not 100% because he did just come back. I think it was either early this week or late last week. So he's maybe had one, maybe two maximum sessions. So he might not be match fit. That's the big thing. Is he match sharp? Greenwood is probably more match sharp than Sancho is. So he might come on as a sub.
But are you ahead of this season, this match? I mean, what are your expectations? Are you like, this could be a really good season for United? You really feel like this is probably where Solskjaer finally really wins a trophy? General thoughts before the season for United, man?
Well, I've already said that Chelsea are Premier League favourites. Obviously, Lukaku being established. No, I need to frame the context, though. That's it. So when I rank my expectation for United, so the context is Chelsea are Premier League favourites, and especially Lukaku. They're probably going to get that dub. So I don't think United are going to win the Premier League this season. Even though we made those signings, I think we'll be better. But I just think that everyone else around us is strengthened. Because let's be real, City are getting Kane. Fabrizio just tweeted like about 50 minutes ago saying that City are preparing like 150 million bid for Harry Kane again. And they said that they also want to include players. So they're going hard. They're like, we'll give you 150 million and we'll give you Bernardo Silva or whoever. So personally, I think Levy should take it. I genuinely think Levy should take it.
He'd be stupid not to take it. I mean, 150 plus players. What are we talking about here?
Yeah.
Like, take it. 150 plus players. Yeah. Come on, man.
Also, open to include players or add-ons. I mean, bro. Right, 150 and throw in Bernardo Silva or Gabriel Jesus or Laporte or something like that.
These guys are grossly overpaying for the freaking dude, man. And you can just, because my thing is that you're going to get City players and they still have 150 to spend. So if you're smart, get this deal done as quickly as possible. So Santo has enough time of this window to now come and spend that 150 on new players. Get the freaking deal done, bro.
I think
he's probably just going to be really stubborn, man.
I think he might take it. I think it might be a combination.
So you think he takes this? Levy, for me, I believe that Levy is going to stick to 160. That 160, nope. Either that or nothing. He's going to stick to 160. Because he's going to be 150 or 160, 165, 170.
I think if Kane pushes a bit more, then he might take it. And I think it's going to be interesting to see this Spurs City game at the weekend, especially if Spurs lose, and Kane is like, oh my goodness, another year.
But then, like, what if they win? Would that change anything? Like what if they win?
I mean, it
really well,
but then maybe, because the thing is, like, this is just now. There's still just over 2 weeks, 3 weeks left of the transfer window. There's nothing to say City aren't like, okay, yeah, we'll just drop 175 mil. City can add more money. We know they've got the money, so if that's what I'm saying, I think they will get Kane, because I think inevitably City, like with Villa were like, yeah, we're not accepting any more than 100 million. Yeah, okay, we'll give it to you. So I just think that eventually City will cave and they will say, okay, yeah, here, take 106, 170 million.
Let's take some questions from the people. So if PSG failed to win the CL, who is to blame? Pochettino.
Mbappe.
Unless like Mbappe or Neymar or Messi misses like an open goal in a crucial game. Unless there's like a particular definitive individual break moment, it's going to be Pochettino. And I am guaranteeing you this right now. See, I want to just watch PSG just for the fun of it. They're not winning the UCL, bro. They're not touching that trophy this year. I can almost guarantee you.
They have to win the Champions League. They have to. You can't. This is why I'm going back to it. You can't say. This is the thing. Like, you can't say that.
They're winning it, bro. They're not. I get that the team is crazy and it's effed up. They're not, because of Pochettino. See, if I saw Zidane in that dugout with that team, okay,
yeah, that's different. Yeah.
What's it called? HH, where do you see Simone Inzaghi's Inter Milan finishing after losing Conte, Hakimi, and Lukaku? You see, my thing, Serie is so effed up because Juve are still trying to buy Locatelli, and did you hear apparently they said it's not true that their women's team were trying to use OnlyFans to raise money for Locatelli.
That wasn't the hangout, wasn't it? Someone
yeah. Like, I mean, I hope it's not true. I hope it's not true, because that would be messed up. That'd be really messed up. But my thing is, Juve have not bought any major signings. Milan are still rebuilding. Yeah, yes, it's Mourinho, nice. But see now, if Mourinho gets Tammy, maybe he could do something. So for Inter, it's going to be hard, man.
Could Atalanta
they're definitely not winning it, guaranteed. No way they're winning it without losing your top striker who got double figures goals and assists. They're definitely not winning it. So
I think Juve might win it by default, but maybe Atalanta might say what's up. And to be fair, maybe Zlatan, when he comes back from an injury, might sort of. I actually can't call the winner of Serie A right now, because
let's say it's going to be really open, because again, because yes, Allegri is back and so forth, but this team is a total shadow of the team that he had when he took over. So it's like, what am I saying? If Klopp wins one more CL and Premier League, would you say he has a greater legacy in the Premier League than Lep? You see, it's the way you've worded it is weird, because you said greater legacy in the Premier League. So if you're saying in the Premier League, that means you've got to take the CL away. So Klopp obviously has 99 points. If he wins another title, it's cool, but still, City, that's the last 4. He's won 3. 100 points, 98 points, broke the goals record, broke the consecutive wins record. Like, in a short space of time, I know we wouldn't insult Pep and so forth. In a short space of time, Pep has been pretty crazy. Although the double I'd give Klopp is Klopp has done more with less. With less funds, he's achieved more. So with less funds, he's won a Champions League that Pep hasn't won, and he's also won a Premier League with much less money than Pep has had to spend. So for me, Klopp is the better manager because of that. Because Pep, you've spent
$1 billion
ridiculous amounts of money. You've only been to the CL final once, and when you were the overwhelming friends in the CL final, Chelsea checked that jaw. So yes, Premier League, bro. We can't be denying. In the Premier League, he's been money, but beyond that, I don't know, bro. Beyond that, I don't know. It's looking iffy, man. It's looking iffy. HH, watch the troops interview now. Zaha, hold the beer as. Look, let me be real with you. You know, I think I'm afraid of actually watching AFTV interviews now.
Okay.
Because my thing is, because before it used to be funny. Now it's like, now my thing is like, you see, it's before I used to watch all of AFTV stuff, everyone. Afterwards, I just now focused on just Thai. And maybe a few, basically, Legions, but really mainly Thai. Because the shouting was just too much. But my thing is that, okay, you shout and you go crazy, but it doesn't hit the same because I expect this. When it used to happen was like, oh my God, this is the Invincibles. Yeah. This is the team of honor and so forth. Like, how did you lose to Villa? How did you lose to Leeds? So it was a shocker to see. You wanted to see the reaction of this great team taking this shocking loss.
Yeah.
Arsenal losing to Brentford isn't shocking. It isn't shocking. It isn't a big, massive shock. It isn't. And that just shows you how much these guys have fallen. And if we now want to be real, I think some people say that Troops is a showman. See, Troops, Red Devil, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I think that there's an element of like putting it on, as it were.
Because my thing is that, look, what matters more, how Arsenal does or earning money for your family? Like, Troops, of course he cares about Arsenal. I think he cares about the financial well-being of his family a lot more.
Yeah.
And so for him, he knows that. But remember, this is America. It's Barcelona, and America love the expression and stuff like that. So he's just going to go blah, 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 blah. And they love that stuff, man. So it's like he's just going to just be making those clicks, making that money, doing those runs. And whatever. I am completely never ever have any beef with how a guy makes his money. As long as you're not killing anyone, not cheating anyone, do you. So, but my things are, for me, watching that's like Arsenal. Bro, they're finished. They're finished. And my thing, Red, like, do Arsenal fans realize this? Do they realize that no, you're not relevant anymore? And this is where it gets scary. Do you realize that no, you could be heading towards a very, very dark path now? Because as I said again, Premier League is only going to get tougher. Like Arsenal and Leicester City are almost worlds apart.
Yeah.
If Tottenham do this deal, which I think that they should, they could have a much stronger team than what Arsenal have. So, and as you said again, I don't know many teams in the Premier League that I would say Arsenal will definitely beat these guys. I don't. So you could be seeing a situation where this could really be a serious AC Milan situation where, like, boy, see, this isn't AC Milan because Arsenal don't have AC Milan's history.
And also AC Milan stayed in Serie A. Arsenal, we're asking questions. So that's the we're asking questions as to whether or not they
Red Devil. Like you see,
bro, 9 like
they would
points from their first 3 games potentially. You're already 9 points, potentially 9 points from the relegation zone.
No. It's
Will they beat City and Arsenal? Will they beat City and Chelsea?
They shouldn't. So Red Devil, so I say that they're going to hold 3 L's to start this season. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
They're not. I don't think they'll beat City. Chelsea, I'm not sure, because you guys like to give hope to Arsenal for some reason. I don't know what it is. Arsenal, I genuinely think that Arsenal is your bogey team, because in the last 5 or so many games, Arsenal have like 3 or 4 dubs over you guys. So, and that includes the FA Cup and so on. So, you know, you might be the ones to actually kickstart Arsenal's season off and give them confidence to go forward.
Actually, wait, let's say this. So shout out to Yasser Idbad. We all know Pep lies. Did Pep deliberately say good things about Arteta so he could sabotage Arsenal? Maybe Pep is an evil genius. Do you know that's not too crazy a theory?
Oh, you know.
What if he has his side? No, sorry. What if Pep said to Arsenal, no, Arteta, this guy's a genius. You know what? In fact, he's the real brains behind the whole operation. So he bigged him up, and Arsenal like, oh my gosh, whoa. Forget this freaking Emery dude. We are looking at the next Pep. Pep said, you know what? He is going to be even better than me. This guy literally knows everything. He's going to be the next great manager, the next great mind. So what he does, similar to what's Ballon doing in Bundesliga, let's just weaken these guys and so destroy. See, if Pep did that, then he is truly a wicked person. Because that is the literal example of kicking a dog when it's down. Because they were already sort of on the somewhat of the way down and so forth with Emery, but you're like, no, we want you to completely destroy. Because Arsenal are right now in the debt. And it's irrelevant. What is so dangerous is morale. Morale. So once morale is low, it's hard to pick it up, man. Because you said again that Arteta doesn't know when Aubameyang and Lacazette are going to be back. I mean, so wait, did they have COVID?
I've got no idea. I don't know what they. It's very vague. It's very strict. It's like they both have an illness. They're both moving away, and like, okay, if you had to say COVID, you would have just sort of said, because everyone gets that, like, okay, such and such out with COVID, okay, fine, but you just said a vague illness, and it's both of them, and it was very vague. So I think some of it must be to the fact that I think there are a lot of cliques in that club, and I think that like the likes of Willian and David Luiz and all the senior, I think you have essentially a situation where I think the senior players have their own clique, and then you then have a lot of the younger academy players, and then you just have the foreign players, and I think that a lot of the senior players are now being ousted, like the Willians, like the David Luiz, and so on. Giroud's are leaving. And I think Arteta's like, I don't really trust you guys anymore. So, bro, I don't know. It's actually a mess, and it's the first game of the season, and we're already saying that Arsenal's a mess.
Man, it's the thing.
You see that Ian Wright photo, by the way, that's making the rounds on Twitter.
Let me pull it up, man. Let me pull that up. What's it? That's like literally, that is the epitome of zero expression.
Yes.
That is just zero expression.
It just summarizes Arsenal fans right now. Just like, yeah, same old crap, man. Old crap.
These guys.
The thing is, so here's the question: like, okay, let's say they do sack Arteta, who actually, because we already saw with Spurs how difficult it was for them to find a manager who'd want to come to manage them. That we saw Spurs, had to scrap the barrel to find someone. So that's Spurs. They sack Arteta. Who can they realistically get who want to come to Arsenal Football Club? Bearing in mind how difficult Spurs struggled because of their lack of ambition, etc. Arsenal aren't going to have that same ambition. So you can get rid of Conte, for example.
It's going to be hard, man. Because my thing is, it's true. My thing is, because if you look at maybe the Ajax guy Ten Hag, you maybe bring in someone, because I think you may say that you're going to get paid very well, still.
Yeah.
Because if you're charging £800 for season tickets, you know that you're going to be highly paid. So that pay packet will always be somewhat of an attraction. So I think the very top managers Arsenal can get, but I still think Arsenal can get, let's say for example, like a Ten Hag. And if, let's say, Nagelsmann was available, maybe they could have. But my thing, though, is...
Because we're saying they should sack Arteta, but we also got to bear in mind, they sack him, You got to have someone ready to come in.
That's the thing, yeah.
And you
It's
can't
like,
do an Arsenal situation. You can't do a Spurs situation where you're spending months.
see, I keep on using this guy's name because this guy is a safe manager to have. Benitez.
Well, he's at Everton now, isn't he?
But I said this way before. Like when they were looking for a manager, I said that Benitez, okay, he's not flashy, he's not stingy, he is stable. What you need is just someone with experience and just with some stuff that just help stabilize the ship. And I feel like Benitez, with these players, he could have done something. So
is Thierry Henry still the manager?
Well, he does assistant work for Belgium, and I think he still does stuff for an American thing. But you know what? I love Henry as well. Henry, don't you dare take this job, because Henry would fail. He would fail. So Side says that I don't blame Arsenal fans when Ian Wright said Arteta will win the league with Man United, and his stepson said Ben White is better than Varane.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw what Sean White Phillips said. I was like,
I mean,
he did play for Manchester City, so maybe there's something there. Like he hates United.
But how do you say? Like, from where? Like, how do you say that?
He was oh, Ben White has got more.
You're talking about a World Cup winner and a guy who has 4 UCLs, a guy who literally has played at the highest freaking level. I don't know who Ben White is. Before Arsenal signed him, I'd never in my life heard of Ben White. Never in my life.
No, championship defender. Honestly, I think it's Fender Tremolo. To be honest, Big Sam will do a better job than Arteta would with this Arsenal team. I'm being real here. I'm feeling
he would.
Whatever you say about Big Sam, he would do a better job with Arteta would do. They wouldn't be. They definitely would be battling relegation with Big Sam.
No, they wouldn't. Charles Superman, Mr. Tasha Mawisa Pasi Pandoya, who says, after Liverpool, Chelsea is one of my favorite teams. I think Chelsea need another striker, maybe Haaland and Lukaku partnership. They would get the treble, or Lukaku and Tamarium could be fire. Chelsea don't need another striker. Chelsea are fine. Chelsea, I think, would do well having a left back who can attack and defend, as well as a right back as well, but specifically a left back who can attack and defend. I think Chelsea are fine. I think based off the players that Chelsea has, specifically in midfield, you don't need another striker because Havertz can score goals, Ziyech can score goals, as you saw in the freaking last game. Mount, we know, can score goals. So there's a lot of goals in this team. Alonso, horrible defender, he can score goals as well. So the main aim is to get Lukaku's goals and the link up with Lukaku. Because I'm saying right now, if Lukaku forms the kind of partnership with Ziyech and Havertz and Mans that he did with Lautaro Martinez, Red Devil, I mean, what are you saying, bro? Are you scared of Luke Skywalker?
I've already told you that the Chelsea Premier League favourites.
Oh, shush!
We've established that fact. So I've already outright said that Chelsea are going to have a good season. So, and your nickname's obviously a testament to that fact, like LK, as it were. LK, respect LK. But yeah, like Lukaku for me is obviously a good sign for Chelsea. I still think that, I have my doubts because I don't think you have that as much creative players as you think you do. You've got good players, but they don't really create.
Ziyech.
Well, he's injured, isn't he? So but we're back in 2 weeks. So maybe Ziyech, yes, but Lukaku for me, and one of the big issues with United, which wasn't his fault, which is why I think he'd actually be better now. United.
Talk about Inter Lukaku, not United Lukaku.
No. But the big issue was that he needs players to create for him, to give him ball to feet, for him to score goals. He's a monster in the penalty box as well. Lukaku's not going to bang you goals from outside the penalty box. That's not going to happen. So you need to create for him, crosses, passive balls, whatever, for him to score goals. If you're not creating, you're going to have problems. And if Mason Mount is your number 10, is he going to create? that well.
No. Mason Mount is an attacking goal scoring midfielder. The number 10 is the edge. It's the edge. And if the edge is injured, the Verts. See, my thing is, look, see, Tammy got given a raw deal, man. Because if you're Tammy, you've got to take that. You've got to take that whole Roma deal. See, for me, I don't want to now start saying Chelsea's going to win the league and so forth. Let's see what happens against Palace. Well, obviously later to today. Let's see what happens. Let's see because it's my thing. Not even Palace. When Lukaku lands, then we can see what this team does. Because Lukaku can't play against Palace. Once Lukaku lands, let's see what. Because my thing is
against Arsenal, aren't you?
Yes,
playing against Arsenal, so that's going to be a test. That'll be a test.
Yes. From your boy Abracadabra says, HH, can you read the Bartomeu statement? What's Bartomeu's statement?
What? Bartomeu's made a statement?
Come on. Wait a minute.
Oh
shit.
Was that 6 hours ago though? It's quite. Why has it come out?
Wait, let's see.
He sent a statement letter to Laporta.
Well, this is super long. Pause. Okay, wait. Let's just get some of these other jobs, and I'll get to that.
I'll come back to that because that's interesting.
Yes, it says that the man Arsenal need right now is a man who understands the club and does what's best for the club and plays good football. So basically, Wenger. Do you see them getting Wenger back?
He's too old, man. No, he's too old. They can't bring him back. Let the guy retire. I mean, like even
they forced him out. See, why would you want to come back when you're told to go F yourself?
Yeah, no, exactly.
And also, he's earning very good money doing beIN Sports and so forth. So look,
why take all the stress?
And also, see, for me, it's not about. I hate the whole thing of someone who understands the club. No, just a good experienced manager who knows how to get games. Big Sam is not the best manager in the world, but Big Sam is experienced and Big Sam knows how to squeeze out wins. Arteta you don't have the experience to know how to turn losses into wins. That, okay, my team is not playing well. I can just do something tactically that can just get a win here. Arteta doesn't have that, and that's obviously what you need. So you need an experienced hand. King Ibane says that to think fate could have made me an Arsenal fan. You see, if anybody, like, imagine if you're an Arsenal fan now, because Red Devil, man, it's like I feel for Arsenal. You see, a lot of guys I know are Arsenal fans, and for all my friends who are Arsenal fans, I feel for them. I feel for them because it's like I mean, look at this Brentford v Arsenal. Look, it's still trending, man. But we've seen the story play out before. Before that Chelsea game, we all thought that Arsenal would get relegated. What if Arsenal now come up and say what's up to Chelsea? Then what? Your boy Abdul says in 03, Chelsea were in Sunderland's shadow. Facts. Keep in mind, guys, Abdul is a Barca fan. No. Let me give that. Abdul is Barcelona. Abdul. Messi left you. That's the first thing. Thank goodness you registered the car. How long is Aguero injured for? That's another one. Also, as well, that's Onan UCL. I don't count it. It doesn't count because you cheated to get that freaking UCL. Abdul, I dare Barcelona to finish 6th. I dare Barcelona to finish outside of the top 4. So Abdul, you watch your tongue. I dare Lugo to say what's up to you. I dare Lugo to say what's up to you without Messi.
Do Sunderland have the same amount of
no.
titles as Chelsea?
No, they don't.
I mean, like league titles.
They don't. I said no. They don't.
You check just to check. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I checked. They don't. Lead level is shameless. Scared to call United a contender.
They're not
Red
a contender.
Devil. Red Devil just say United undefeated. You know you want to say it.
They're not a contender.
Why not? How can you not be a contender after you just bought Sancho and your boy Varane? How?
Because Man City have just bought Grealish and Harry Kane, and were the Premier League winners last season. And Chelsea have just bought on a striker to replace Brick Werner, and then the common CL winners. So that's already 2 teams that have strengthened significantly more compared to last season. That's the Premier League winners and the Champions League winners. And Liverpool, all of their players that were injured are essentially all back. Yeah, I briefly skimmed Reddit. It's pretty much like bitching about like them dissing their financial statements and stuff. So like that, the fact that he misrepresented their financial dealings and also the impact of COVID on the amount of their losses, and yeah, it just seems to be the
So basically, Batman is saying that it wasn't his fault, sort of.
Oh, this is an interesting paragraph though. He says we also leave on the table logically, subject to the approval of the members, the entry of FC Barcelona into the pool of clubs promoting the Super League, which would have meant a net entry of 350 million during the month of May 2021. At the once, it meant a growth in the football market where clubs like ours, who are not SAD, are losing the battle against the club state or against the power of the Premier League with its exploitation parameters insensitive to the social ownership that we Barca fans enjoy. That's interesting. That paragraph is interesting.
So what's he basically saying?
So, well, he's basically saying like if the Super League had gone ahead, we would have had a net income of 301 million, and we needed that because we need to keep Barcelona relevant because he seems to be based on that paragraph. There are obviously other stuff that the Premier League, because of the way it's able to exploit things, are obviously a major and ongoing threat, as we've seen. That's what I take from that, and then obviously they want to continue to promote the Super League.
So basically, Barcelona was for the Super League for the amount of income that would have come into Barcelona.
Yeah, the free what they would have. So because he says here like at the entry of Barcelona into the pool of Barcelona Super League, which would have meant a net entry of 350 million during the month of May 2021, which would obviously have resolved some of the financial issues regarding COVID that he speaks of before.
Yeah, no, look,
it looks like it's incomplete as well. I think there are more pages missing because
see, everybody wants a fall guy and a bad guy, and I think that's why Bartomeu is putting out as a statement, because he knows that I have to clean up my image and my name, because your name is being dragged through the mud, and your name is, oh, you are the reason that Messi has left. And Bartomeu knows that no, I cannot let that narrative run through, because if I allow that narrative to run through without sort of like opposing it, I am putting myself in danger. Because, as I said, there are psychopaths out there who will come and try to attack Bartomeu. And especially if Barca starts taking licks from Lugo, Levante, and Tapas FC, guys will be like, oh, no, Bartomeu, you're the reason, you're the reason, you're the reason. Even if it's like, all because one player left, you shouldn't be finishing 6th and 7th and getting touched by Lugo.
HH, just another thing in the document. So he's again, because a lot of the time he's criticizing the way that the current board of directors, because obviously the new board was voted in what was it, March or something like that. So he's criticizing the lack of action. So in this paragraph he says, also it's surprising the decision to forgive 16.5 million to former player Neymar in the framework of a lawsuit where the expectations in favor of FC Barcelona were quite clear and the auditor did not oblige, in any case, to supply any amount. Why did you make this decision contrary to the interests of the club? So if I'm interpreting that, I'm saying that he's almost like Neymar owed Barca 16.5 million.
I thought that was resolved. They said that whole thing was resolved with the whole transfer.
According to, well, this is Bartomeu. He's presumably saying it was resolved, as in they forgave him. That's how it was resolved, not because the money was given to them. Yeah, this is
it's a mess, man. But you see, now you can see why they were pushing for the Super League. Because the Super League is a financial savior. That is the financial haven to save both of them. Because without that Super League, Premier League teams are just going to are going to continue to eat, because they're so good financially. Which is why look, those Premier League teams didn't want to join the Super League for financial reasons. They just thought, oh, it's what's happening. Because like FSG said in his statements that we saw the train moving and we wanted it to get along because we didn't want it to be left behind. So we didn't need the Super League. We just thought, oh, this is just where things are going. So if this is where things are going, let's join and let's all join up. So it's Barca and Real Madrid and Juve that need them. Look, Juve are getting their women to do OnlyFans to try and raise money for Locatelli. So these guys are obviously cash strapped. So they're like, look, let's set up the Super League. Hence why they refuse to leave, because like, look, we can't survive without the Super League. But you should have caught a better TV deal, specifically in La Liga. Like all those, how did you get in this situation where for all those years you had Cristiano and Messi in the league? Like no game had greater viewing numbers than those El Clásicos with Messi and Cristiano. No game. That was like one of the most watched sporting games on the planet. So how you were not able to properly monetize that in a way shows that you screwed up. You screwed up.
Yeah. It's I think, I mean, just skim reading this, and also I'm not a Barca fan and anything like that. So, but just I think I think obviously Barcelona takes a degree of sort of thing. It's clearly more, like with a lot of these things, it's always more complicated than that. And I think fundamentally, I think this is not just him, but I think this is successive ownership not really looking and reacting appropriately. And on top of that, let's be real, the whole pandemic situation has messed up a lot of things. And I think with clubs like Barcelona that depend on fans coming in, season tickets, all the rest of it, they took a lot of major losses during this time, and that's been problematic.
So yeah, promoted teams in England are getting more than do you know how I think the relegated team in the Premier League got more than the winner of Serie?
Yeah.
I mean, that's that's wild.
Yeah. But if you're a business owner, you're like, if you're the owners of the club, you're like, yeah, it's fine. I don't care if I don't win a trophy. I'm getting the money, at the end of the day. Like Inter, like, okay, yeah, we won a Scudetto, but we have to sell all our good players. So,
it's like, how do you win the Scudetto and your manager leaves, your right back leaves, and your main striker leaves?
I generally think that, like, I know football is about trophies, but I generally think that there'll be a time when, like, trophies are just going to be more symbolic.
Yes.
Like, they're not actually, like, it's not like back in the day where, like, oh, this is the major sort of things. Like, because people are more, well, it already is now because of top four in the Champions League and what have you. It's more about being a part of the money machine than it is necessarily about actually winning the physical trophy. It's just a symbolic gesture for participating in the tournament.
I mean, or you could just say that to prevent that, you earn a lot more money for winning that trophy. So there's a greater financial incentive for winning that trophy. But still, I still get your point. At the end of the day, guys are like, yes, a trophy is nice, but we actually want to be financially secure.
Yeah.
So we know that, okay, if we finish, it goes back to the Wenger points. The reason why they loved Wenger so much was we hardly have to spend, but we're always getting top four, which means that we are always in the green because the costs are down.
Yeah,
and we're actually getting high income because of this dude is finishing top four without actually buying any players. So it was a great business model that Arsenal fans screwed up. MT, guys, remember, guys, MT is a Man City fan. MT is a Man City fan who is still reeling from that unfortunate loss. Arsenal 3, Chelsea 0 next game. #CFC11 UEFA ranking. You see, Red Devil, I feel sorry for City fans like MT, like Patrick, and like Natsa. That UCL final really hurt them badly, man. I mean, MT, I'm sorry, but I mean, blame your man. I mean, I know we dominated you. I know we embarrassed you. I know we totally outplayed you. I know that you spent trillions and a bunch of orphans and scraps beat you. It was embarrassing. You were embarrassed. You were embarrassed. But I'm sorry. These things happen.
share screen. This HH. I think this is the
Oh god.
So this is a club coefficients. This is UEFA's ranking.
Which
So
means nothing, by the way.
so
Guys,
Bayern
this
are
is irrelevant.
first.
This is
Madrid are
irrelevant,
second,
guys.
City are third, Barca are fourth, Juve are fifth.
This means nothing.
Somehow,
This is a fake
Atletico Madrid
list.
are sixth.
This is a fake list.
United,
This list means
United are
nothing.
seventh, PSG are eighth,
This list means nothing.
Liverpool are ninth, Arsenal are
So
10th.
okay, hold up. Hold up.
And the
Hold
thing
up.
is, it's like you just
Hold
you
up.
literally just moved from
Okay, wait.
from
Okay,
top
okay.
to
Let me
yeah
pause you there.
yeah.
How we just saw the team in 10 get touched up by Brentford. So if this list is real, how the hell is
This
a
is
team
the
that just
official.
lost to Brentford above Chelsea?
This is the official UEFA website. The official UEFA website.
I don't care how I don't care
This
if
is
it's
this is
official
the
or
guys who
unofficial.
handed you guys the CL, the UEFA Champions League, on the UEFA Champions League website. What they're basically saying is that we're ranking teams across Europe in order of performance across European championships, and they've said somehow the Arsenal Football Club are the 10th best team in Europe, above Chelsea in 11th. That's basically what UEFA is saying here.
And it's irrelevant. And with that, it just shows you how UEFA are completely, totally, and utterly clueless. And you see, it's stuff like this that gives people like Ty ammunition. See, if you show this to Ty, he'll be like, well, of course we're a big club because we are 10th UEFA coefficients.
Yeah, 10th.
So my thing is that how are Arsenal 10th when they're not even in the Europa Conference competition? They're not even in a competition. Like every team you see here,
I think it's because this
wait.
is
Whoa. Keep scrolling down. I think Arsenal might be the only team who are not in a European competition. Besiktas, maybe?
Yeah, Besiktas, Lyon, Inter are, Atalanta are, Sporting are. I think Dino Kiev's they're in qualifying right now. Slavia Prague.
Look, wait, did you know what this is? Someone paid somebody who paid somebody. Someone paid someone. Someone paid someone. That's completely stupid. Okay, now this is interesting though. What's it called? Casey, thank you for the dub. It says, waits for normal crowds to return. Barcelona and Real have relatively bad TV deals, but are still top 2 richest teams in terms of revenue. For us, fans matter more. That's a great point.
Of course.
Because I think what really hit them hard
was the COVID lack of fans. Yeah, of course, absolutely. For Barcelona in particular, and to certain extent Madrid, definitely, absolutely.
Because even that's what like Levy was saying that, bro. Like that's why he was so desperate to join the Super League, because because they have such a big stadium and they're reliant on the revenue, it's hit them hard. But it wouldn't have hit them as hard as Barcelona and Real Madrid, who don't have the kind of financial safety nets that they have. So if you're not saying that, but here's the thing though, for Real Madrid, I still think, because Real, I think, are still playing at the Di Stefano Stadium. I think they moved to the new Bernabeu next season. But for Barcelona, without Messi, do they still sell out Camp Nou?
Without Messi, they still yes, surely.
Because see, I still believe that they still will, because yes, there are Messi fans, but there are still more Barcelona fans than there are Messi fans. Like Barcelona is still a big, massive club, and it was still a big, massive club before Messi joined. So they should still sell out Camp Nou. So once you have a full house for Barca, a full house of Real Madrid, that is when they'll slowly be able to recoup those costs. And obviously, they also have this influx of money that they got from this new deal and so forth, man. So maybe there's hope. Maybe there's hope, But yeah, man, like it's like COVID screwed F guys over, man. Because imagine, because that is one of your main pieces of revenue. See, TV deals, sponsorships, that's side piece money. The main bulk are those, like, look at how big Camp Nou is.
Mm.
And if you're selling that out, like 30 something times a season, that is a huge. So imagine how much money you would have lost where you're looking at what? Is it? I think it's like 80,000. No, sorry, it's like 90,000, I think.
Mm.
It's like that's so 90,000 capacity for 30, 40 times a season. That is a lot of money. That's millions.
Mm.
Millions.
Yeah. It says in the report like they lost, 300, 400 million pounds, and then some due to obviously the pandemic and stuff. So I've got no doubt that as soon as, the only thing is obviously we don't know what's going to happen winter wise. So, they're still in somewhat uncertain times, especially as winter comes upon us. So there's that. But
Wait. Red Devil, you're supposed to be giving us positive news, man.
I'm trying to, but winter is coming. Game of Thrones reference. So the only thing I'd say is that like this also goes to why I would criticize Bartomeu that is that this does go to show that. But just imagine you could have sold Messi to PSG for 100 million though. That would have generated. So I get it, but you could have sold Messi for 100 million.
No, I think no. Like Barcelona have to sit down and say that we sold one of the best players we've seen in football history for free.
Mm.
There are few L's greater than that. Like that is a rare, amazing L. Like that is a truly rare, amazing L. PSG are hitting 12 million in just 24 hours. Look, have you seen the amount of numbers PSG have been doing with this whole Messi thing?
Instagram, is it?
I think that might be no. Instagram is way more. It's way more on Instagram. No. As soon as Instagram, I think it's like let me show you. Instagram is like 40 minutes. Oh, actually, wait. So I think actually missed another question actually from Shane Schubert.
People saying I got the UEFA coefficient wrong. That the 2022 is different, but that's it isn't on the official UEFA website though yet, because clearly that's this season, so it's not going to be. It only shows a 2021 one because that's the season that just passed. We're going into 2021-2022 season. But, yeah.
No, bro. They have to change it. That list, Arsenal needs to be taken off that list at once. I'm sorry. Arsenal cannot. They cannot, and not. I repeat, they cannot be on that list.
2021. That's the only one that's here. There's no 21-22 because that season hasn't happened yet. This is
okay. So let me read this. Question is from your boy Shane Schubert from Instagram. He says, HH, do you expect, like I do, for there to be a sudden shift in the perception of Uber Eats because of the arrival of Messi? I think the narrative is about to swing wildly. The football world is going to be gaslit by legions of Messi fanboys and global media. We'll be asked to believe that, wow, actually, Ligue 1 is pretty talented and competitive. It's a top-flight league. And all of the stats padding PSG are about to do is actually an amazing achievement in a way that we would never hear about. For example, Bayern or Lewandowski in the Bundesliga. Sorry, it's more of a prediction than a question, but I'd be curious to hear your thoughts. Thanks. They can try, but I won't allow them to. Because the fact of the matter is, before Messi got there, it was already unbalanced. So how you're going to now try and swing the narrative that Messi breastfeeding breast is somehow an achievement logically makes no sense. Now, of course, the Messi fanboys will say this because even if, let's say, Messi scores 40 goals a season, I will laugh. I will not recognize as an achievement. See, for me, I can't change it for everyone. I've always said that PSG will always be judged on the UCL. The Uber Eats for you is your playground. That's where you train, and that's just your playground. So Messi doing like 30, 40, 50, 60 goals, yeah, that's for the Messi fanboys to now add to their narrative and so forth. Cool. Win me a World Cup and perform in a major final. But no, Whatever Messi does in the Uber Eats is, see, I'm watching Messi in the Uber Eats to laugh. It's for fun. The serious business is when they're now in the UCL. 100%. So yeah, like I said again, whatever PSG do in the UCL, sorry, whatever PSG do in the Uber Eats is irrelevant completely. Totally. I mean, what's your take?
Yeah, I mean, I said PSG have to get a treble because they should win obviously their league and their relevant domestic cup. So it's the Champions League they want. So by default they get a treble. Because I still would, if they won the Champions League but lost the league, I'd still have questions because they shouldn't be losing Ligue 1 to Lille again. So even if they won the CL, I'd still be like, yeah, but congrats on winning your first CL, but you held an L to Lille again for 2 seasons in a row. That's suspect. But if they win the league and they don't win a CL, then no, it's a treble minimum with Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, Verratti, Hakimi, Donnarumma, Sergio Ramos. There's no what excuse?
No. They should. No, but then people will then say Galacticos. Suleiman says, if I remember, Suleiman is a Barca fan. He's a suffering Barca fan. If we avoid annual CL lubrication, I'll be happy. But you know what I find interesting is this will probably be the year that obviously Barca will lose. They're not sniffing the CL. I think they just lose. I don't think they get lubricated this year. I think they just lose.
It depends if they get drawn against Bayern. That's always the.
Then no. If they get drawn against Bayern, forfeit.
Yeah,
I think that's where you have just forfeit.
There's 2 legs this time as well. Like, so if one leg was 8-2, then are you talking we're now like 17-3 over 2 legs? Has that even happened before?
Look, bro, it's best of guys. Look, man, let's roll on. So guys, remember to follow your boy Red Devil Studio on his YouTube channel, Red Devil Studio. So quick prediction for tomorrow: 2-0, 3-0, 4-1, 5-1, 5-0.
Is this Chelsea versus Crystal Palace?
No. This is Manchester United Football Club against Leeds United Football Club.
Are you not playing tomorrow as well, or Sunday? I can't recall. You're playing.
Guys, I will see you. Guys, I will see you tomorrow. The Hangouts. Peace out. Stay true. One love.